severely hampers the way in which we can go about doing our job, but nonetheless, it's a line that was drawn by court. And the second point relates to Langley or any other community. I think some of the concerns we have as communities about regional growth strategies, period, is about our concerns related to how they affect other communities as well. I mean, I have significant issues with the way in which the regional growth strategy ought to be applying to other communities as well as to my own. And so at the same time, as you say, we may want to limit what we hear about Langley, but at the same time, I may actually be just as interested about those other communities and the way in which RGS was designed to deal with the entire region, and may be failing in some small respects or larger respects with some aspects of the region as a whole.
And I think that's fair for your council to consider those issues. If they think they're relevant to your decision making, then Ms. Vedelson has indicated that they're fully entitled to do that. I would say though, that no matter what we did in regard to the regional growth strategy, we are taking a snapshot in time. And that doesn't mean that everybody is prepared to go forward with their complete community plans. And for many communities, they're still developing their community plans. Many are, cities like ours are fully developed, Vancouver, and I mean, we are for the most part fully developed and have plans in place generally to be able to deal with these things. But when you get to places like Maple Ridge, they may not be at the same stage of having their planning completed. And so when we take this snapshot, there are some municipalities that are saying some areas are still being considered. That does not mean that we're going to accept the conclusions that are drawn by those municipalities in relation to those areas. It simply means that they haven't concluded their discussions for us to consider. So I don't want anybody to get an impression that we are leaving these areas out, or that the future development or plans for those areas are not relevant to us. They are, but it's impossible for us to go in at any one time and have a municipality fully prepared to enter with their plans completed. You know, UBC can't do it. You know, many of them can't do it. So it's not that situation. So I don't want anyone to think because something has not been designated that means that it's open. It isn't open. It still has to comply with the plan, and Mr. Marco will still be making recommendations as to whether those plans are consistent with the regional growth strategy. Fair enough, Mr. Marco? Okay. Ready to proceed? Thank you, Ms. Vedelson. All right, item 2, adoption of the minutes. Oh, I didn't get the, the question on the adoption of the agenda. All those in favor, opposed, carried.